Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to insert a fragment into your activity programmatically. First off, in order to insert a fragment, we need a fragment. Right-click on your package name, go to New, and all the way down here to Fragment, and click on Fragment. You do not need these two factory fragment methods. It's just a whole bunch of junk that gets really confusing. So you can change the name to something else, like Added Fragment, and click Finish. You should notice in your Resources Layout folder that there's two files now, the activity main and the fragment added. In the activity main, go ahead and get rid of this text view. You will no longer need that. Go up here to your palette, click search and type frame layout. Drag the frame layout down. You can automatically set the constraints by clicking this yellow button. You may be required to change the width and the height to match parent. Go ahead and go to the text and make sure that you have the ID for this frame layout set. So I'm going to do Android ID equals add ID, frame, or fragment container. There. So now all the easy stuff is out of the way and we can move on to the hard stuff. So go up to your main activity file. Inside the brackets for your onCreate method, let's create some space. Keep everything nice and neat. You're going to need to create a new fragment and transaction. So let's create a new fragment programmatically. We're going to use the name of our fragment that we created. It may be tempting to use this android.app, but go ahead and stick with the android.support.version4.app for your import. You can call this fragment object whatever you want. We're going to call it the added fragment. We're going to set that equal to a new added fragment. Next, you'll want to start a fragment transaction. Make sure you choose the android.support.version4 fragment transaction. This right here is really going to change or destroy your life. If you did not have this and just left it like that, your program is not going to run. When I tried making this the first few times, I could not figure out what the problem was. That was the problem. I had imported the wrong library. We're going to set this new transaction that we just created to get support fragment manager. On the Android developer docs, you'll find that it just says get fragment manager or something like similar. But since we're using the support library, we're going to get the support fragment manager and we're going to begin the transaction. So using our fragment transaction, we're going to replace the fragment container that we have created in the activity main file, which is this frame layout, with the fragment that we want to replace it with. So do transaction.replace. You'll need two arguments. The first one is the ID of the fragment, or the fragment container rather. And the second is going to be the fragment you want to replace it with. And then you'll want to add this to the backstack. Set the argument to null. And we're almost finished, just one more line to go. All we need to do now is commit the transaction that we just created real quickly, just so we can differentiate which is the activity and which is the fragment. Go to the fragment and change the background color to, let's say, primary dark. So you'll see here our activity has been created with the fragment inside of it, all using Java. I hope this video is helpful. If you need any additional assistance, feel free to contact me in the comments below or by my email and website in the description. Until the next video, happy coding.